You didn't. You didn't really think that I'm that kind of guy, huh? Oh, I just uploaded one video. Maybe you assert yourselves. Don't worry about it, kids. The well labeled. Where's the label? There you go. Wait one gosh darn moment. Oh, that's interesting. I think I'm gonna call the police. Bring, police. Police! I found some mysteriously appearing text. Well, let's push in some dates and times and time travel to the future. Or to the future in the past, as they say. Do 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 do. We'll worry about that later. How about we focus on just having a good time? I like traveling at the speed. Dude, I don't know where your deal is, but thank you, Mr. Duke, for your insightful social political commentary on the nature of plumbing and piping. It will surely provide us with a brand new perspective on a... Why is the ship like this at the end? Did it break in half? Dude, you're such a strange man. When you really get down to it, you're strange, man. I don't know how to feel about that, Mr. Duke. I feel like I should be more upset than I am. I know everybody should shoot faster. Less obnoxious with you guys. Cool. Tough luck, son. Tough luck, Buttercup. Sweet beans. Sweet beans are made of beans, which makes sense, because they're beans.
Come get some.
Cool. You may have noticed that I'm doing significantly less in terms of saving and stuff. Like, I'm not making as many quick saves all over the place. There's a reason for that. I'm just trying to soak in the atmosphere. How did I get here? Do you have the answer? Well? Or is it a secret? Ooh, that's a lot of RPG ammo. Since I've gained newfound respect for it. Let me in. Let me in! Thank you. He doesn't sound nearly as nice. He's like, where is it? It's like he's having a chuckle. Duke, stop chuckling. It's, where is it? Where is it? Or something like that. Gosh, I should really listen to those voice clips. See if I actually sound exactly as ass as I think I do. So, to be fair, I'm going to be testing a lot of audio equipment today. I spent my last paycheck on getting some finer audio material, as in a proper microphone. I don't care too much about what I hear. I'll live with my headset crap right now, but it's going to be something else. Having to use like a microphone with a stand and a pop filter, like I'm some sort of adult who's trying to present a presentable product. Duke, we don't need to. We really didn't need to hear that. You broke it. You fucking broke it. How did you do that? Why did you do that? Were you that desperate to kill Duke Nukem you were willing to risk company property for it? Because that's not gonna fly in your next performance review, man. That's gonna come and bite you in the butt. Well, we got the key card, but there's a lot more to do. Gosh, you can't see shit in this new setting. Do you have eyes? Well, we don't. And guess who takes priority when it comes to the design document? It's always the people without eyes. Bunch of selfish bastards. I'm trying to enjoy my auto-visual experience here. You're just shooting me right in the leg, are you? Oh. Now that I didn't know. It just straight up prevents all forms of shrinkage, huh? I like how the bodies are still getting wrangled. Much better. Gosh, I hate the new lighting. It's so dark. Instead of much better. They should have said sucks out fat one.
Hail to the king, baby.
That light at least sounds a little good. That's nice. Why don't they use moving textures for that stuff? Why do they insist on actually moving stuff? They just put a moving texture down. Pretend. How was anyone to find out, really? How could anyone find out? Dirty little secret.
Groovy.
Dirty little baby. Oh, I forgot. This is the area where it's like, hey, do you want to find like 8 different secrets and they're all just a fucking hallway? Gosh, that's just what makes me want to say. It's a secret. And then devolve into some scat like beep da ba dee bop beep boo da bop dee bop beep bop. It's a secret.
Come get some.
But I can't do it in one take. There's only so far I can go before I just go, hey, I'm a dingus. Which is fair, because it's true.
What a mess.
I am in fact a licensed and verified dingus. I have the dingus check mark. Awarded to dingai of all ages. And yes, the plural of dingus is dingai. After all, it wouldn't be very dingusy if it wasn't. It really makes you appreciate just how hard hard mode is. Properly eat a banana and all. You know, go ahead and eat the bananas, not to use the stem, but to go for the other side. Pinch the butt and tear it open. Pinch that butt. Just give it a little pinch. And then the banana will pop open for you. At least it's super easy to do, man. I'm like, wow. eat a nice banana. So how would this engine respond to enemies since old walls and try to move through other walls? Like you try to cross two sets of cogs in opposite directions. Like how would it respond to that? What would its pre-programmed anticipation be? I forgot we have to go over here and say hello and get our authorization. Sorry, Adam, I haven't gotten my authorization to use my Don't Die suit yet. You know, that feature that's extremely dangerous if it's turned on at any given moment. I would die if fucking airco works more than 5 seconds of the week. Everyone in this station is at massive risk if I turn on my suit's airco. The worst part is that his line isn't activate your Varia suit. Like, it's too hot in there. Activate your Varia suit. He, like, explains what it does, and I'm like, you know, you shouldn't have to explain that, because the player will know what it does. Samus already knows what it does. There's no one in the fucking room right now who doesn't know what that suit's gonna do when it's activated. And if you insist on explaining it, have some dude be like, why can't Samus use the Varia suit? Isn't that like a passive thing that doesn't actually influence her combat readiness? And it's like, well, it's more that we don't want Samus to go where we don't want her to go. Like, we prefer that she stays on target, and she doesn't need the Varia suit for now. You know, it's that kind of explanation. Like, it helps you focus, you know. And what does it do? Let's survive our temperatures. Kabam. You've established what it does ahead of time. When it later comes up, you can even have the suit be like, airco is now on. You can now survive hot temperatures. But don't have Adam McCormick do it. John Malkovich is not the guy to explain this.
Ready for action.
No, you're not. You're not even wearing your fancy suit, Mr. Duke. I like that Duke's like ready for action, and he's not even tightened his tie yet. It's like, holy fucking shit, Duke, you look like a noob. Noob! Well, meanwhile, I'm Uber Hexor. Don't stop me now, I'm having such a good time, I'm having a ball. Boots.
Hail to the king, baby.
Hello there, Mr. Well, what do you want to be called, Mr. Turret? Do you want to be called Mr. Turret? Should I call you Automated Defense Platform? Municipal Automated Platform? Should I call you Borderlands 1 Soldier Guy Special Ability? An access card and the force field got shut down. Oh, I forgot. I forgot to turn this back on. Sorry. Gosh, I suck. I forgot to turn this back on. See, that's what I forget all the time. It's a secret. Which is what Mario says at the end of a Mario level, and he's like, "You found a secret exit. I, Mario, as proclaimed by the movies."
Come get some.
Wanna know the honest to God truth? Pistol's just fun. Something about the pacing of the pistol. The way the pistol feels in your hand. It just works. It just works, kids.
Groovy.
Doors have been unlocked. Huh. Alright. Okay. Fun fact, I can't see shit. And I'm giving you shit for that. Yellow key card, obtain them all.
That's gotta hurt.
Or do you prefer up to near? Voudrais.
Cool.
It still surprised me that, like, what was it again?
Let's rock. Gonna rip 'em a new one.
What was it again? The rockets go through teleporters. Properly, actually. So you can send a rocket into... There's a level called Faces of Evil, or Faces of Death, where sending a rocket through a teleporter could cause effectively infinite until natural imperfection causes it. All American-made technology, of course. Because only an American would allow such a disaster. I don't get the secret at all for one basic reason. Oh no, this is not the one I'm thinking of. There's another one that's way later. That's like a lunar apocalypse now that I think about it. Like, I want to say I appreciate your go-get-em attitudes, but I don't really. Lie either.
Where is it?
It's right over there, dude. It's right over there. You just have to believe in yourself. Should I just do this? Ugh, whatever, man. I just do this. I just have a great time. Shut up. I've recently seen that RPG consent list. And all I want to say about it is it's missing fecal matter and excrement, as well as suffocation/drowning, which are some pretty big no-nos for a bunch of people. So I'm just gonna put that in the should have thought just a couple smidgens harder list and leave it at that. Like, I can see the purpose and application. I don't think I'll ever use it myself. I prefer the X card system because people don't know how uncomfortable they are with some things until they've actually like, given it a go, you know? Additionally, I tend to hang out with people who don't really have too much to worry about. And again, the X card exists. If they have any issues, they can just say no. Bada boom, bada boom. We take a break. I put us before, after, wherever is appropriate. The thing is, I've never run into it so far. Actually, I've run into it once. And I keep forgetting you can bump into cacti to hurt yourself if you really wanted to. If you're trying to get that hot Zerker rage going on. I had it once, and I had to basically cut an entire dungeon floor as a result of it. Now, there are quite some people who are of the philosophy that confronting discomforting situations is something people need to do. But when someone is becoming physically ill as a result of it, I'm gonna have to draw the line, so to speak. Although, you know, missing old dungeon floor isn't fun, especially since there were kind of some things there that I probably should have put some effort into porting somewhere else. Oh well. So lovely. Live and learn, live and learn. I've got the shitty key card. Dude, what the heck? Dude, I don't know who you are or who told you could just stand up on this extremely precarious scaffolding, but you shouldn't do that. This is dangerous, man. My insurance does not cover this crap. Lucky for you, Duke Nukem is allowed anywhere, anytime.
Come get some.
Lucky me, I've got an all-access pass. Gosh, probably sound terrible. The weird thing is, I always sound okay to myself. I'm not talking from the facetious. I always sound great. I can sing just fine. I'm talking from the perspective of, I'm pretty sure that to me it's pretty close. It's not a disaster. And then I listen back to him like, wow, that's a disaster. How did this pass testing? How did this not literally get every single person in the entire country to try and murder me? Where's your voice line, Duke? He does. Just decided not to employ it for some reason, I guess. It's kind of neat. It's like, hey, there's crap down there. Seriously though, how could you have things like heat stroke and freezing to death, but you don't have drowning, suffocation? Come on, man. Like, I think they have rats on there twice. Or blood. They had something on there twice. And to me, that's just kind of funny. I just like laughing at that kind of crap. That's my kind of humor. That's the shit that makes me giggle. Now, come on, man. This should have had a fucking director's commentary bit. That looks terrible from this distance. But yeah, man, it's like, Levelord is one of the director's commentary here. Why isn't he providing some fucking director's commentary on his own statement in a level? Or the Dopefish doesn't have one either. I'm like, come on, man, it's like obvious. It's right here. Come on. Just say like 2 words. Just be like, haha, hey, I put that there. You know.
Cool. Come get some.
So here's a question. Would you rather have random damage or random enemy hit points? I'm tricky. Got a session with Como today on the Doom of Annihilation. He wants to level up a little bit before he goes to an adventure, which is fine. While he's on level, his 3 associates are not, and his party shrunk down a bit. Will probably be fine. Oh man, I'm just gonna stretch for a moment. There we go. Ah, that feels so much better. We should just take a nice stretch, you know. Put all the muscles to work. Should have used the rocket launcher instead of promoting it like a used car salesman. Brain's just annoying. Okay, here we go. You have to do this. You have to walk over here and you have to look over there. You can skip it. It's entirely possible that you skip it. Because you're a little snarky diddly-doo. I actually think the radio looks kind of neat on projectiles. Because they're much more limited and brief. So it just creates this flash of light instead of a continuous light source. I think I missed like a bunch of secrets as a result of me being a little facetious bastard. Probably also going to lose all of my fans who like dictionaries. Because they're all like, stop using facetious. Do I say 9? 9, I say. 9 is the loneliest number next to the number 2. As in it is physically adjacent to the number 2. That's how maths work. I'm smart. I grew up in a barn. We counted numbers as such. 1 cow, 9 cow. Because we had 1 cow and 9 cows. Neither of them were particularly lonely, but the 2 cows, they were very lonely. Here it's like, the original looks better because the constant ambient light just shows how harsh the light source is. But here, it dims over time, and it just doesn't have the same razzmatazz, you know. No comment even on Show Us Your Tits. In fact, the lady isn't even here. She's just decided that she's gonna go on a break. Goodbye. Gosh, I might just make this deathless and saveless. That'd be hip, that'd be new. That'd be fresh, that'd be happy. That said, this is the worst boss out of all of them, so don't bet on me. I'm just being optimistic here. I hate this boss. He's hit scan weapons, he's a battle lord. I don't like battle lords in general, so it's poopy to me. Dude, what the fuck is up with you? Where did you grow up? In a barn? Just like me? Did you have 2 cows and 1 cow? Have your parachute ready, please. You don't have to. I think the lava breaks your fall most of the time. Dopefish lives. Yeah, kind of like, why is there no director's commentary on that? It's like, that's a cute reference, isn't it? Wouldn't you want to explain what Dopefish is? Because I don't think the average person nowadays knows what the fuck Dopefish is. Or what Show Us Your Tits means. That was a product of its time, man. Looking forward to Doom. You know, simple game, simple concept, simple combat. All these items and complexities and buttons that need pushing. I don't know, I'm just kind of done with it. Just done with it for now. feel like I should do something if I actually manage to do this deathless. Like if I actually pull it off, like the first person to comment gets like a copy or something. I don't know. There's one tiny historical footnote I have to make though. First off, there's some rooms up here. All your heart's desires come true. Can we access Faces of Death, or do we have to? Oh, okay. We'll do this separately, and there's a reason we're doing this separately. No, I'm not being a baby. I'm doing this separately for a reason, because Faces of Death boots you back to launch facility, and I don't want to do that. Additionally, this level sucks. Because it's the Duke match level that's not meant to be played like this. Well, we'll do the director's commentary later. We have to find the shrink ray. Like we need to find the shrink ray yesterday. No, that's the ice beam. There we go. See, this is where auto aim starts to bite us in the ass. So we can turn this off. Alright, here we go.
Yeah, this is the Faces of Death deathmatch map.
I don't remember this one at all.
This one was cool because it had these teleporters going around the whole outer edge.
No, I remember that.
And you could shoot your rocket into it, and it would just keep on going all the way around the whole map.
I made one room. I should resurrect it. It's a room and it's got like 12 teleporters, and they just shoot. You shoot one rocket, and then it just crisscrosses. And they'll keep going until they lose their accuracy just slightly, and then they'll hit a wall eventually.
Yeah, you got to make sure you shoot perfectly level.
Yeah.
If you're up a little bit, it'll drift on you. Yeah, in deathmatch, I mean, the best way to do it was to get the rocket launcher and shoot it into the teleporters, and you probably get somebody. I remember having to play through all the maps in the very hardest mode to prove that they were playthroughable.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I got stuck doing it, but
because I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I don't remember how many days it took me to do it or whatever, but I remember going home at night with like motion sickness from just running around like an idiot, bouncing on people's heads, and just figuring out any way of getting through it. Because there would be so many guys coming into a room.
And that was the respawn.
Yeah, and they'd respawn and stuff, and it's like, well, I knew the switch was past them, so I just jump up on top of them and run across, and if it worked, yeah, good enough. Yeah, I don't remember how many days it took me to do it or whatever, but I remember going home at night with like motion sickness from just running around like an idiot, bouncing on people's heads, and just figuring out any way of getting through it. Because there would be so many guys coming into a room.
And that was the respawn.
Yeah, and they'd respawn and stuff, and it's like, well, I knew the switch was past them, so I just jump up on top of them and run across, and if it worked, yeah, good enough.
This, by the way, is probably the worst thing to ever make in a game, because odds are you come back to this and you're like, oh, fuck all these people I used to know. Oh, man, that's just a blow to the feels, ain't it? And it probably was.
So yeah, for some reason, we put all the developer pictures in this. And there's Randy and Keith.
Wow, and Keith too. No, wait a minute. Because Keith wasn't there when I was there.
So this was...
And Randy wasn't there when I was there. So you were working on this when I was still there. And we played Deathmatch. I remember playing Deathmatch, but then it didn't get released until... it never got released.
Until Plutonium?
Yeah.
Dirk.
But there I am.
Oh god.
It looks exactly like me.
You look like you're in great pain. Oh, geez.
George.
I can never remember. George, why would you put that photograph? You must have a better photograph. It looks like one of those photographs you turn the face upside down to see what effect it would have, and that's what you look like.
Now, the fun thing is, the explosives are wherever they are. These are also... The items in there are impossible to get. I don't really care. There's just some shit in there. So they didn't filter this one out. That's interesting. Because that's pretty suggestive. So, because Phases of Death's not properly implemented, I'm pretty sure we're going to see it again in... No, it's a different level. The Abyss! Oh, we go here! Oh, I just don't give a crap. I'd rather just do the level and see if I can do this without dying. I'm nervous. There's potentially a giveaway writing on this. That said, Face of Death does get you some of the finest weapons mankind can offer. I did it. I beat episode 1 without ever dying. Neat. Didn't censor that one either.
Rockin'.
Good. Well, that's the shareware episode. That's one's free. Next time, Lunar Apocalypse, I guess. Neat.
Come get some.
Exactly, Mr. Duke. Exactly, Mr. Nukem.
Nobody steals our chicks and lives.
That's so bad. Because he says it so flatly. It's a much more, like, dynamic sentence. It's like, nobody steals our chicks and lives. Like, you gotta put a little bit of threat in there. Under attack. Help! Help!